Hey, I'm Patton Oswalt.
I am Meredith Salinger.
Look, we have a podcast. It's called Did You Get My Text?
We are the hosts, and it comes out every week, and we're talking about everything.
Now, people like the podcast already, and now we're adding all this new stuff to it.
Yeah, we're playing and responding to your voicemails. We're sharing recommendations from, what, babe?
Movies, TV shows, music, comics, books, all kinds of coolness you should be indulging in.
We're going to talk about news of the day. You even get to hear us argue sometimes.
Yes, sometimes.
So please subscribe to Did You Get My Text from Starburns Audio, and it is available wherever you get your podcasts.
Guys, you are going to love it. I command you.
It's pretty fun.
Hi, I'm Joe.
And I'm Fran.
She's actually my mom, so we usually don't watch the same shows.
Because we don't even like the same shows.
Okay, calm down. We're gonna give it a try.
Well, let's see how it goes.
Anyway,
let's watch TV. I hope you don't pick anything weird.
Mom, just roll with it. Welcome to another episode of Let's Watch TV. I am a professional singer and fully hopped up on some caffeine. I'm going to have to get some more. Special guest on the pod today because Mama Fran is still healing from being sliced open like a Christmas ham for her hip surgery. So we decided to keep it all in the family. We last week had my Aunt Ginger, her younger sister, and today, no stranger to the podcast, her other younger sister, my Uncle Ralph.
Hey, wow, what an introduction. Thank you, little Joe.
I love when you come on the podcast. It's been too long.
I love when you sing. You know, I was just listening. They were saying how the theme song to shows are so dead. There aren't any more. And you just had one.
Can I just say this? Honestly, people often ask, if you weren't a comic or a teacher, what would you be? And the real answer is herpetologist, which is the study of reptiles, not the study of herpes, which is a common misconception.
I thought you were going to say a singer.
No, I think I could be... I think I could be a really good jingle writer for commercials or shows or podcast intros.
Yeah. Yeah, sure. Why not? Except I was just talking about how they're talking about the jingle is dead.
The jingle is not dead. They just don't have anyone creative.
Barry Manilow is too old to write them any longer. State Farm is there.
You know what? I have two favorite jingles. My one favorite jingle is the best part of waking up is Folgers in your cup. Because how they make terrible coffee sound so good. And then, do you remember Pizza Bagel Bites by chance?
I remember the item. Not that there's a song to it.
Pizza in the morning, pizza in the evening, pizza at supper time. When pizza's on a bagel, you can eat pizza anytime.
Thank God we're talking about plastic surgery then.
Today's episode, we are talking about the hit TV show Botched. Botched was given to us by Patreon member. Two different Patreon members actually suggested this. Miss Kayla Hickson and Liz Slander. Thank you guys so much for doing this. And hey, guess what? You guys can give us suggestions to watch, what shows to watch on Let's Watch TV 2 by becoming a Patreon member. You can become a Patreon member and support the podcast and keep it going at patreon.com/Joe Dombrowski, patreon.com/Joe Dombrowski, patreon.com/Joe Dombrowski. And before we get into it, one of the perks of being a Patreon member is you get links to tickets first. So before they go out to the Gen Pub, which is gay for general public, you can get your tickets. For example, I put the ticket link to Nashville out there first, and the tickets are almost already gone. I'm about to drop the tickets to Indianapolis, which are going to be on Patreon first. So go in and get your tickets. And also, I am coming to, in the upcoming weeks, I'm going to be in, here we go, San Diego, San Antonio, Houston, Dallas, San Francisco, Nashville, Irvine, San Jose, Tempe, Indy, and perhaps a couple other places. So get your tickets. Can't wait to see you guys on the road. You can get your tickets at MrD3.com. I love you. We'll see you there. Let's get into Botched.
I have a lot of opinions on plastic surgery.
Well, let's start with your opinions. Okay, so if you guys haven't watched Botched before, Botched it follows these two famous plastic surgeons in, what is it, Beverly Hills? Orange County?
I thought they were famous doctors of housewives' husbands.
Are they?
Yes, they're both.
No way. What?
Both of their wives were on Housewives. Yes, Adrienne Maloof was married to Paul Nassar on the Housewives of Beverly Hills, and Terry Dubrow is Miss Dubrow of Orange County's husband.
What's her first name? I you're way more into Housewives than me.
Shoot. Heather. Heather Dubrow.
It means nothing to me, but this does make sense for the show.
This is where they got their start.
Well, it sounds like it.
Yeah. But they were both really likable guys, and they were reputable plastic surgeons before all this stuff, and very rich.
And the premise of the show is people come in because they've had previous botched plastic surgery gone wrong, or eventually gone wrong, or old, or anything. So that's the premise of the show, and I loved it. But wait, what's your hot take on plastic surgery?
Well, just that it is not something to play with.
Yeah.
And it needs something you need to really think about it, and you don't want to cut corners.
That's exactly what I think too. It's always these people who are like, I went down to Tijuana and got $700 off my order. And then,
no. My favorite. I went down the basement.
Oh, and got caulk injections into my butt. Yeah.
Well, 100 years ago when I was a young gay man, and my first boyfriend, he had a trans friend, and she had another trans friend who had to have a double mastectomy because the doctor she was seeing for her boob injections was filling her up with motor oil.
Yep. That's very common. I think it's still pretty prevalent in the trans community because these young girls are trying to alter their bodies and save up because they don't have a lot of money because unfortunately the community is still unfortunately very transphobic. So they cut corners and they do these parties in their basement where they fill them. There was a whole scandal on it where there was this woman who was doing plastic surgery parties in her basement and injecting them with like caulk and like weird, and let's be real, we've all been injected with a little caulk before, but not that kind. She was literally like injecting these girls, and then one girl died. So she got she went to prison for murder. Right. But it's really, that's sad. But that's the whole thing. Do not cut corners on the plastic surge because you will come out looking like Pinocchio.
Well, I happened to watch episode 9, just a little peek on it, with a girl who had butt injections and how serious all the blood vessels are.
Wait, we watched this episode. That was episode
9.
No,
it was episode 9.
Was she from Colombia?
No. This is a whole nother one. You have to watch the next one, episode 9.
What happened in episode 9?
No, it was about a butt injection, blah, blah, blah. And Dr. Dubrow was talking about how you have to be very careful because all the blood vessels that are in your butt, and how it's very easy if any fat cells go into the blood vessels that it can instantly go to your heart or to your lungs and you're done.
Well, that makes sense because did you know for a while that like teenagers were soaking tampons in vodka and sticking it in their anuses because there's so many blood vessels in there, you get like drunker faster?
Oh, I knew people used to do alcohol enemas.
Are you shitting me?
Not literally, no.
What?
But I should say literally.
Earth.
Well, it's the same concept.
Oh my God, I would walk them directly to the nearest AA meeting. That's insane.
That's more than AA. That is like psycho. Yeah.
That is
so that's why you get instantly drunk.
This podcast is sponsored by BetterHelp. If there's something interfering with your happiness or preventing you from achieving your goals, you might want to check out BetterHelp. BetterHelp will assist your needs and match you with your own licensed professional therapist. You can start communicating with them in under 24 hours. And listen, it's not a crisis line. It's not a self-help line. It's professional therapy done securely online. There's a broad range of expertise available, which may not be locally available to you in many areas. Listen, as teachers, we're talking to students about mental health all the time. Therapy is important and it helps, so why not do something that's super easily accessible for you? BetterHelp is committed to facilitating great therapeutic matches, so they make it easy and free to change therapists if needed. It's more affordable than traditional offline therapy, and financial aid is also available. BetterHelp wants to help you start living a happier life today. Visit BetterHelp.com, that's better, H-E-L-P, and join over 2 million people who have taken charge of their mental health with the help of an experienced professional. I have a special offer for you for the Social Studies Podcast listeners. You can get 10% off your first month at betterhelp.com/social studies. That's better, HELP.com/social studies. Get to it, guys.
So while we're on the topic of butt surgery, we might as well just get into episode 8.
I found episode 8 a little snoozy.
Wait, where she got the butt injections?
Oh, wait. That is episode 7. You're mixed
is
up.
Episode 7? Oh, whoops. Okay,
Yes,
so
that is episode 7. Oh, Lord. Here we go. She got these butt implants, but again, it was like on a whim, didn't do her research, and she got it for a deal. No. She went in for one thing, and it just so happens she came home with surgery.
She went. Did she go down to like
she didn't tell her husband? Well, what did your husband say? Well, I didn't tell him, but it just so happens. Like, oh my Lord.
Well, she got what's called a Brazilian butt lift, which
right.
Now, have you heard of a Brazilian butt lift before?
Yes, of course.
Now, my understanding was like in a Brazilian butt lift, they just take fat from one part of your body and put it in another. I didn't know that this was like legitimately putting shit up in your body.
Or implants is sometimes used.
Is still called a Brazilian butt lift?
I don't know if because of the one versus the other, you're not allowed to use the title. I have no idea, but
now what they did is they gave her this butt lift and it was fine for a long time. And did you see the after pictures? Like right away, the first year, it looked great.
It's probably swelling from the surgery, but go ahead.
No, she had healed. She was like out. Didn't you see the pictures?
You know how long it takes your body to heal from surgery?
How long?
It takes at least a good year for it to fully be like, this is what it is.
God, I don't know, but her butt done. It was a donk. You could sit a cup on that booty. So she gets it. And then after time, she started feeling pebbles in her butt. And then
we're not talking about the Flintstones either.
We're not talking about the Flintstones. And when the doctor cut her open, he pulled out Easter eggs because in Colombia they stuffed her ass with Easter eggs.
Wow. There were implants. But
you're not even going to correct me. You just like go along with this bullshit I'm laying down.
Well, no, just because you said that. It's like a surprise. But the thing I didn't get is like he injected her with
liquid silicone.
Free silicone, not free silicone, but it was just liquid silicone injected into her body.
And
it's
he
like
did an implant.
Yeah, but she thought she was getting fat transfer, but he thought, oh, let me put a little extra of the silicone
Isn't
in
that
there
scary?
too, unless I tell her. So, sometimes I think things are... I don't think the whole story is fully there. I think she's been there a few times.
Oh, okay. That's a hot take. Now, here was the scary part. When the doctors went under to do her surge, which this is the part of the show that I can't with surgery. Can you? I have a weak stomach.
No. I put my hands over my eyes. And
me too. I was like, it was gross.
Yes, no.
They're cutting her open, cauterizing her, give her a little snoop, and they pulled out an enormous implant. But the doctor said that typically when you do a butt implant, you put the implant over the gluteus maximum muscle, but they put her implant underneath. And he said when he was doing her surgery, he could see these very important nerve endings.
Right.
That if something went wrong, she would have lost feeling in like her legs.
Right. The crazy thing is from watching these shows in the past is that breast implants, they usually put it under your muscle so that you have flexibility or whatever for breast implants. So I don't know if he got confused and didn't know which end he was working on her with, but that's what it sounded like. It's like, wow, that's what they do with breast implants.
Yeah. That's why when they offer you a deal or if there's a Groupon on plastic surgery, you turn around.
Or if you have to go back for a checkup, you can get there within a few hours versus I have to pay for $1,000 ticket, make room reservations, and go back and check it. That's crazy.
So I have this friend of mine from home who I hadn't connected with in a long time. And I was telling her about how I really want to get my hairline redone, which I've told you about before. But she immediately was like, I have so many friends who've done it. You have to go down to Turkey and get it done in Turkey.
No.
I know. And she's like, it's cheaper and the laws are less restricted so they can give you more hair. And I'm like,
What?
So she showed me pictures. She's like, look how good these guys look. It looked like somebody drew Sharpie on their hairline. I was like, I don't want to come out looking like that. Are you serious?
You mean Sharpay, not Sharpie.
Oh my God, they had these thick black hairlines. I would have came out with a thick black hairline, a deep V t-shirt, and a rosary around my neck. I'm like, no way.
They think you're Teresa Giannucci. The Housewives with their little Eddie Munster.
Like, honestly, oh my God, it was that thick. I was like, no way. Could you imagine if you went in to get your hair done and you came out with like a widow's peak? You're like, what?
Listen, if I can't get to my doctor in an hour's time because I need to, I ain't going.
That's what I'm saying. So I did like a little bit of research here. And do you know how many plastic surgery places have like Groupons and stuff? I was like, nope, next.
Sure.
One plastic surgery place wanted to do my consultation for my hair over Zoom. And I was like, you have got to be shitting me. You think I'm going to do a consultation over Zoom and then just come in for surgery? Hell no.
Right.
You need to touch and feel and see. I need you to get all up in this hair.
Well, plus I want to be in his office. I'm going to get a vibe from him.
Right. I want to see like how old is the art on the wall? Do you have a water feature? Yeah.
Exactly. Is this a legitimate location? Am I going down the basement?
Right. Is there a like assistant who offers me a fine cappuccino that's been imported from, I don't know, Italy? Like, how bougie is this shit? Because I'm down to spend some money, honey. I'm not cutting corners because I'm not going to come out of here looking like I'm wearing a friggin' lace front wig.
But we do know somebody. We do know somebody that did have theirs done.
We know two people who did have theirs done.
overseas, but one, it was a family business that he had it done at. So I guess. Still,
now,
what happens if I needed
you
somebody?
ever gone under the knife? Can we go there? Can I ask you that?
Oh my God, lots.
Really?
As I get older, yeah, I'm an expert. I love what did Michael Jackson call that white stuff? The anesthesia. I get it.
Anesthesia. Oh, Jesus juice?
Yeah, no. Jesus juice was wine. What he used to give the children. Supposedly.
You give white stuff?
You know, that's what it's anesthesia. I forgot what it's called. That's what he died from. He was addicted to it. Propofol.
Oh, they put you like that?
Isn't that cool where we can talk on the phone and I can just Google something real fast?
It is.
Yeah. Oh my God, it's wonderful. Oh,
wait, but that's bad. That means you have an addiction. Do you just get it for plastic surgery?
No, when they put you under anesthesia, they give you propofol. Oh,
so why did they give you propofol? What did you get done?
Well, because I am older, so I've had colonoscopies.
Oh, that's not plastic surgery.
I didn't say plastic. Oh, you said have you had surgery? And that's, I guess I've had surgery.
No, I asked you had plastic surgery.
No, I've never
you were
had
talking about your
surgery.
love for propofol, and
oh my God, I love
you're talking
it.
about your colonoscopy.
I know what my doctor says. Are you okay with it? I was like, absolutely. Okay. You just can't put the needle in my hand. No needles in my hand.
When my mom got her surgery, they were like trying to give her medications at the end, and they were like offering her like high class painkillers, and she's like, "What is that? How often? What?" And I'm like, calm down. She thinks she's going to turn into Judy Garland and come out of this thing like fully addicted. I'm like, you're going to be fine. Okay. Calm down.
Or she's gonna be Susie on the corner trying to sell her handbag for heroin or something.
For some opioids. I'm like,
I think, but it is serious though. But that we really shouldn't joke about that because it is really serious. Some people do get addicted to it, and it's a horrible thing. And
well, I'm not joking about it. I'm being serious. Like we're in control. Like we have control over the substance.
Mom, you're gonna take it for a couple days. It's all good.
Like you only have like 4 pills. We're not calling in for more. Like you're gonna be okay. And if anything goes awry, just click your ruby heels, and we'll go right back to the hospital.
Definitely, if you love it that much, we'll just stop you right away.
If you love it that much, I'll drive your ass to confession. It'll all be better. Jeez.
Amen.
Okay, so
brother,
the other
sister.
thing in the show too is, did you see that girl with the nose?
Have I had surgery? Your question was, have I had plastic surgery?
Yes, have you?
No, I have not had plastic surgery. I haven't had plastic surgery. I've had fillers.
Okay, I would consider that.
Surgery. Is it? I don't think so.
Mm-hmm.
That's cosmetic surgery. Oh, is that the same thing? But it's not surgery. It's injectables. It's injectables like you have.
It's the surgery. It's over-the-counter surgery. Well, why don't you just come over here? I'll just give you some.
Yeah, it's inpatient surgery. It's not surgery.
It's outpatient.
It's not surgery. They just do it right in the office, blah, 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 blah.
Anyway, so, do you get it under your eyes for like dark circles?
No.
Where do you get it?
I don't think you get it. I don't think they put injectables under your eyes.
I don't know.
The skin is so thin underneath your eyes. It's so
thin.
Although I've heard people talking about under eye, what is that? What's that called when they suck the fat out of you?
No, stop.
What's that called? Lipo under your eyes.
I don't need
under eye
that.
lipo.
I don't need that.
I should get that.
My dad does.
Wait, you'll be there one day.
The girl with her nose was going a little bit to the left, and she was.
We're jumping to the next person.
About it. We're jumping to the next person. Her nose was going a little to the left. I didn't think it was that bad. Did you?
But beauty's in the eyes of the beholder, right?
That's exactly what I was thinking.
And it's so funny that they showed the actor, not Luke Wilson, what's his name?
Owen Wilson. I was like, how
Owen Wilson's like, oh my God. I wonder if
like you're gonna take her insecurities to the next level.
You look like Owen Wilson.
Right. You're like, who she looks like? She looks like Owen Wilson. I was like, oh my God.
And she said, people see that all the time. It's like, oh my God.
My nose has been compared to Owen Wilson many times.
What? Is it crooked?
It's not crooked. It's just fat in the middle, which I actually love my nose. I think it has a lot of character. But my nose is flat in the middle with a big bump in the middle. Do you know why?
Because?
When I was in 7th grade, I was in a play and I was being a little arrogant at the end. And instead of just walking off stage normal, I stopped and turned and waved to my whole class to be like, hey, look at me. And I turned and I walked into a brick wall face first and I broke my nose. I was seeing scars. I fell backwards. One of the other actors had to catch me.
And nobody caught it on film.
Broke my nose and nobody caught it on film.
Is that
broke my nose.
Is that before video cameras on phones?
Yeah, it's before video killed
Damn it all.
For sure. I know, damn it to hell. But
money on this
now my nose has beautiful, character to it. So we're okay. I don't want to get my nose done. I kind of like it. But your nose grows as you get older.
Yes, supposedly gets a bit fatter. It's so funny that
then I might get it done.
But it's so funny that you said that. So you did self-surgery.
I did a little self-surge, but in the direction that people usually don't want. I made my nose bigger. Do you have anything else about the show that you wanted to get out there? Now remember, we have the Patreon after this, so you can see
Carla. That was the big one. I think Carla? Every episode. Carla, the anime character girl.
Oh my God,
that was the one. But you know what? I think every episode has a girl with beach balls on her chest.
Wait, seriously, her name's Carla?
Carla, that's what I wrote. Carla.
Carla,
Anime
she doesn't look
character.
like Carla.
Wanted to look fake.
This woman legitimately wanted to look like an anime character.
So what did that say to you right away? What does she do for a living?
Porn. What did it say to you?
Yeah. Porn, exactly. So I had to Google her too.
It's either like porn or she's like a
Fans only.
nerd stripper.
No, I think. Oh yeah, or she does that fans only for people who follow only. Yeah, follow
Only
that
fans.
that kind of fetish maybe.
OnlyFans. There you go.
OnlyFans.
Which
fan
there was
only.
controversy. You know, they were going to stop doing
Porn.
yeah, but then they realized we make a lot of money off of this. How did you not realize that to begin with, actually?
No, they thought that everybody would think, oh, thank God. Everybody's like, no, we want our porn. They said, oops, okay, sorry.
Give it back to us.
That's the only reason why we're out here. But anyway, so one of the things that you wanted to look, but they always have almost every episode has a girl with beach balls on her chest. And I don't know who's telling these girls that is good.
No one. She was calling the shots for herself. Did you see that? Even her mom was there, and her mom was like, don't do this. She's like, I'm doing this for me. And the doctor's like, listen, bitch, if we put any more boob in that boob, you will burst and die.
Oh my God. Well,
and her whole thing is she wanted to legitimately look like an anime character to the point where she had a outfit made to be this anime character. And then she came into the office looking like this anime character who I had never heard of.
Exactly. Well, because you're not into, is it right to pick up girls in a dom? What was it? In a dungeon.
Now
that's the character.
Is it right to pick up girls in a dungeon? Well, that's the other thing too. That's the other thing is that's big business. That is big business. This anime stuff. I'm not into it, but people are
Comic-Con.
into it. Yes,
yeah,
they're
Comic-Con.
into it. I had people writing me to my shows. They're like, I'm actually leaving Comic-Con early to come to your show. And I'm like, oh, okay, I understand that means something to you, but you're going to have to fill me in.
I think this is more than Comic-Con. This is fetish.
It's and I think she understands.
Fetish. Yeah,
she totally understands that there's money in that for her.
Okay, young lady, number one, she is into erotic fetish because number two, she's on OnlyFans, and number three, how better to increase your fan population but to be on a TV show?
How much better? Okay, we're going to get into more of this. How better much? We're going to get into more of this on the Patreon episode because I do have more tea to spill on it. But until then, we always end these episodes. I have to ask you, will you watch Botched again? Well, with the main episode, we're going to stop recording and do the Patreon episode.
I think the first 3 years that I watched it, I
watched the show for 3 years?
No, in the early days. I've watched it because I like the guys. But then it was the same thing. Girls with beach balls on their chest. Girls with beach balls on their chest.
Well, we'll get into that
Barbie guy.
Let's talk about the Barbie guy. We'll get into that, and we'll get into the bodybuilder too. But again, big shout out to Kayla Hickson and Liz Slander who suggested this from the Patreon. You guys on the Patreon also, you get tons of other bonus perks, like you get to watch bonus episodes of Let's Watch TV, get your tickets early for the show, all that. And I do other little Patreon exclusive videos for you guys where I interact with you, take your questions, talk to you directly, all that. Go ahead, become a Patreon fan and support the podcast. You can become a Patreon fan for only $5 at patreon.com/JennaBrowski, patreon.com/JennaBrowski, patreon.com/JennaBrowski. And until next time, we'll see you on, you ready for it, Uncle Ralph? Here we go. 1, 2, 3.
I'm dancing.
I'm dancing. You gotta say Let's Watch TV with me. 1, 2, 3. Let's watch TV.
Bye.